3 hours ago, Jessica walked into a doctor's office for a routine checkup. She was tired, maybe a little dizzy, nothing serious, just another Tuesday. Now she's in a delivery room, about to give birth to a baby she had no idea existed until 90 minutes ago. This isn't a movie. This isn't fiction. This is one of those real-life stories that seems impossible until it happens to you. And it's happening to Jessica right now. If you love heartwarming stories about life's most unexpected turns, smash that subscribe button right now. Trust us, you need to see how this ends. 7:30 a.m. Jessica silences her alarm with the same routine she's had for years. At 32, she's got life figured out. Marketing executive, engaged to William, wedding in 8 months. Everything mapped out perfectly. Kids in 3 to 5 years once they've traveled and bought a house. But this morning, she's finally dealing with symptoms she's been ignoring. Fatigue, dizziness, weight fluctuations, probably just stress from the product launch at work and wedding planning. "You're still going to the doctor today, right?" William asks, pouring coffee. "You've rescheduled twice." "It's just a routine checkup," Jessica laughs. "I'll probably be out by 11. Doctor's gonna tell me I need more sleep and less caffeine. Groundbreaking stuff. If only she knew. Doctor, Morrison's office is exactly what you'd expect. Bland art, outdated magazines, antiseptic smell. Jessica needs to be out by 11:30 to make her afternoon presentation. This is just a formality. The nurse takes her vitals. Dr. Morrison enters, warm but professional. Fatigue, dizziness, mood swings, irregular periods. When did these start? Maybe 3 months ago? Work stress, wedding planning. You know how it is. Dr. Morrison makes notes. "I'm ordering an ultrasound, just to rule things out." Jessica's stomach tightens. "An ultrasound? Do you think something's seriously wrong?" "Just being thorough," Dr. Morrison says in that carefully neutral doctor voice. The ultrasound room is dimly lit, cold gel on Jessica's stomach. The technician, Sarah, moves the wand once, twice. Her hand stops. She stares at the monitor. "Is everything okay?" Jessica asks. Sarah's professional mask cracks. "I need to get Dr. Morrison, just wait here." Jessica's heart pounds. Tumors? Cysts? Something catastrophic. The seconds stretch into agonizing minutes. When Dr. Morrison returns, she sits down and takes Jessica's hand. Doctors only do that for bad news. "Jessica, I need you to stay calm. You're pregnant." The words don't compute. "What? No, that's impossible. I've had periods. I'm on birth control. I would know." "You're approximately 38 to 39 weeks along." Dr. Morrison's voice is gentle but firm. "Full term." The room tilts. 39 weeks, that's 9 months, There's something else. Dr. Morrison squeezes her hand tighter. "Jessica, you're in active labor. Right now. We need to get you to delivery immediately." Jessica can't breathe, can't think. She's pregnant, in labor, about to have a baby. She doesn't have a nursery, doesn't have diapers, doesn't have anything. Her hands shake as she dials William, straight to voicemail. He's in meetings. She tries again. Again. "William, call me immediately." "I'm at the hospital, just please call me now." A nurse checks monitors. "You're at 7 centimeters. Labor's progressing fast." "I took Advil this morning," Jessica gasps. "Did I hurt the baby? There's actually a baby." "Oh God, there's a baby." Her phone rings. "William." "Jess, what's wrong?" "William, I'm in labor." Silence. Then, "That's not funny." "I'm not joking. I'm pregnant, 9 months pregnant. I'm having a baby today, right now. You need to get here." She can hear his breathing change. "That's impossible. We would know if I didn't know. It's called cryptic pregnancy. I'm about to have a baby and we don't have anything. No diapers, no crib, nothing. I'm coming, 20 minutes. Just breathe. I'm coming." This is one of those hopeful journeys that starts with absolute chaos. Jessica is about to become a mother, and she's had less than 2 hours to process it. 17 minutes. William made it in 17. He's at her side instantly, taking her hand. "William, what are we going to do?" Jessica's voice cracks. "We're not ready. We were supposed to get married first. We were supposed to plan this." He looks terrified but determined. We're going to do this. Together. Right now. A contraction hits. Real and undeniable. Jessica grips his hand, screaming. Dr. Morrison and nurses fill the room. You're fully dilated, Jessica. It's time to meet your baby. The next hour is a blur. Push, breathe, push, breathe. I can't, Jessica gasps. We don't even have a name. How can we have a baby with no name? William presses his forehead to hers. We'll figure it out. You're the strongest person I know. I'm scared, she whispers. Scared of labor, scared of everything after. Another contraction, another push. Jessica screams from the overwhelming impossibility of it all, and then a cry. Small, indignant, perfect. It's a boy, Dr. Morrison says. A tiny, crying human is placed on Jessica's chest. Time stops. Every feeling Jessica has ever had becomes nothing compared to this. This baby she didn't know she was carrying. This son she didn't plan for. Hi, she whispers. Hi, baby. I'm your mom. I just found out you existed, but I already love you more than anything. William touches the baby's tiny fingers. He's perfect. Caleb, William says suddenly. It means faithful, devoted. He's been with us all along. Jessica looks at her son, at Caleb, and nods through tears. Hi, Caleb. Welcome to the world. For 3 perfect minutes, everything is beautiful. Then the door opens. Jessica Harper, William Chen, I'm Joseph Martinez, Hospital Social Services. I need to speak with you about your situation. Jessica instinctively pulls Caleb closer. What situation? Because you weren't aware of your pregnancy and had no prenatal care, protocol requires a home evaluation before we can release the baby into your care. The words hit like a physical blow. What? No. He's our baby. I understand this is difficult, Joseph says firmly but kindly. This isn't about you being bad parents. It's about ensuring the baby's safety. We need to conduct an evaluation within 48 hours. During that time, you'll stay here under medical supervision. You're saying you might take our son? William's jaw clenches. I'm saying we need to verify you have adequate accommodations, assess your preparedness, and speak with character references. Jessica can't breathe. She just experienced the most overwhelming love of her life, and now someone might take her baby away? We're good people, she says desperately. We have jobs, an apartment, we're getting married. I know, Joseph says with genuine sympathy. I've read your file. This is protocol to protect everyone, including you. These evaluations almost always end with families staying together, but we have to follow procedure. He pauses. I need contact information for character references, and I'll visit your home tomorrow. I'll observe you with the baby over the next 2 days. After he leaves, Jessica holds Caleb so tightly that William gently loosens her grip. We're going to be okay, William whispers, but neither of them knows if that's true. Jessica hasn't slept. Every time a nurse enters, she panics, terrified they're taking Caleb. William has been calling everyone, family, friends, employers, anyone who can provide character references. My parents are flying in from Seattle, William says. Your mom's driving up. David from work will write a reference letter. Jessica stares at Caleb's face, memorizing every detail. What if this is all the time she gets? This is wrong, she whispers. He's our baby. How can they threaten to take him? We have 2 days to prove we're ready, William says. So let's get ready. What follows is desperate, exhausting preparation. At 6 a.m., William leaves with Jessica's massive list. Diapers, formula, bottles, crib, car seat, clothes, everything a baby needs. Jessica discovers she's not alone. 1 in 450 pregnancies is cryptic. There are support groups, medical studies, other women who experienced exactly this. Dr. Morrison stops by. How are you holding up? Terrified. What if Joseph takes Caleb? Joseph Martinez is a good man, Dr. Morrison says. He's not looking for reasons to separate families. He's looking for reasons to keep them together. Be honest. Show him you love your son. That's all he needs to see. At noon, their parents arrive. The room fills with grandparents meeting Caleb, with tears and laughter. and the chaos that makes everything feel slightly more normal. "Nobody is ever truly ready," William's mother says. "We brought William home thinking, they just let us leave with a whole human? Don't they know we have no idea what we're doing? But you figure it out. You love them, and you figure it out." That afternoon, Joseph returns. The room tenses, but his demeanor is surprisingly warm. He asks questions about their jobs, relationship, living situation. Jessica's hands shake as she answers, over-explaining, terrified of saying something wrong. Then Joseph asks to hold Caleb. Jessica's heart breaks watching someone else hold her son. But Joseph rocks him gently, expertly, looking at Caleb with surprising tenderness. "Can I tell you something?" Joseph says. "I was adopted when I was 3 days old. My birth mother was 16, unprepared, terrified. The system evaluated my adoptive parents, made sure they were ready, and they were the best parents I could have asked for." He looks at Jessica and William. The evaluation isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding love and commitment. From what I'm seeing here, this baby has both. Hope blooms in Jessica's chest. "Tomorrow I'll visit your home. I'll look for safety hazards and basic necessities, but I'll also look at the big picture. You're good people who got handed an extraordinary circumstance. That's not a crime. It's just life." The next morning, Joseph arrives for the home visit. Jessica's heart pounds as he walks through their apartment, checking smoke detectors, baby-proofing, sleeping arrangements. He asks about work schedules, childcare plans, finances. Jessica answers everything, trying to convey through words what her heart knows, that she would do anything for Caleb, that the love she feels is fierce and absolute. Finally, Joseph sits at their kitchen table and opens his tablet. Jessica and William hold hands underneath, barely breathing. "I've conducted dozens of these evaluations," Joseph begins. "I've seen homes with elaborate nurseries and zero emotional preparation. I've seen parents with every gadget but no idea how to care for a child." He pauses. "And I've seen parents like you, completely unprepared logistically but absolutely ready emotionally." Jessica's eyes fill with tears. "Your situation isn't ideal. Ideally, you'd have had 9 months to prepare. But life doesn't always follow the plan. What matters is what you do with the hand you're dealt." He looks at them seriously. "I'm approving your case. Caleb can go home with you." The relief is overwhelming. Jessica sobs. William squeezes her hand so tight it hurts. "Thank you," Jessica manages. "Thank you so much." Joseph stands. "You're going to be fine. You have support, stability, a safe home, and most importantly, you clearly love your son. That's what matters." He hesitates at the door. "And Jessica? Caleb is lucky to have you as his mom." 48 hours after walking in for a routine checkup, Jessica is walking out with a baby. Their son. The automatic doors slide open. Late afternoon sunlight washes over them. William carries the car seat to their car. The car seat he installed yesterday while Jessica was being evaluated. Everything feels surreal. They drive home slowly, carefully, like they're transporting the most precious cargo in the world. 'Cause they are. The first night home is a blur of feeding, changing, panicking over every tiny sound Caleb makes. Neither of them sleeps more than 30 minutes at a time. It's exhausting and overwhelming and absolutely beautiful. At 3 a.m., Jessica sits in the rocking chair, Caleb nursing peacefully. William brings her water, sits beside them in the quiet darkness. "Our lives changed in one day," Jessica whispers. "Best unexpected gift ever," William says, looking at Caleb with pure love. Jessica thinks about the morning. Was it really just yesterday? When she walked into that doctor's office expecting nothing more than a vitamin prescription. She thinks about the ultrasound, the shock, the terror, the labor, the moment she first held Caleb. She thinks about Joseph, about proving they were ready, about how close they came to losing him before they even knew they had him. "I keep thinking," she says quietly, "what if I had canceled that appointment? I almost did. 3 times. What if I had waited another week?" William takes her hand. "But you didn't. You were there exactly when you needed to be. He was there exactly when he needed to be." Maybe that's how it was supposed to happen. Caleb finishes nursing, his eyes already closing again. Jessica holds him against her chest, feeling his heartbeat against hers, and realizes something profound. She may not have had 9 months to prepare, but she's been preparing her whole life to love this fiercely. 3 months later, Jessica and William have found their rhythm. They're still exhausted, still figuring things out, still sometimes overwhelmed, but they're also deeply, impossibly in love with their son, and with this life they never planned. Jessica has learned that cryptic pregnancies happen more often than people think. She's connected with other mothers who experienced the same shock, the same disbelief, the same overwhelming love. She's learned she's not alone in this real-life story that seemed impossible. "What would you tell yourself that morning?" William asks one evening. "If you could go back to the moment before the ultrasound?" Jessica thinks about it, watching Caleb grab at the colorful toys above him. "I'd tell her to hold on tight, that her whole world is about to change in the most terrifying, most beautiful way possible. That she's stronger than she knows. That love doesn't need 9 months of preparation. Sometimes it just happens in an instant." She smiles. "And I'd tell her that Caleb is worth every moment of fear, every sleepless night, every overwhelming feeling. That he's the best thing that ever happened to us, even though we had no idea he was coming. Life doesn't always go according to plan. Sometimes the best things come when you least expect them. Sometimes you walk into a routine checkup and walk out with a baby. Sometimes you become a parent in a single day, and somehow, impossibly, that's exactly how it was meant to be." This is Jessica, William, and Caleb's story. A hopeful journey that started with shock and ended with love. One of those heartwarming stories that reminds us that the best adventures are the ones we never saw coming. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe for more incredible real-life stories about life's most unexpected moments. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that sometimes the best plans are the ones life makes for us. And leave a comment. Have you or someone you know experienced something similar? We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.